The news that I wanted to talk about, though, was Metallica. The good news is Metallica have announced their first show of 2020. The not so good news is it's coming to a drive-in near you.
Well, that could be seen as good news because they're not infecting anybody.
Yeah.
That's true. In that sense, yes, it is very much good news. But so basically, Metallica have announced a drive-in concert. It's going to be at the end of this month. Drive-ins all across the U.S. and Canada will be playing a new original performance from Metallica. And basically, they're going to be recording something at a venue specifically for this drive-in show, something new, and mixing it and mastering it.
While on stage.
It's not going to be live. It's going to be like they're going to go and perform next week and then edit together a very fancy video and then broadcast that.
Oh, so you're not really going to see the band. You're just going to see them like on a projector?
Correct. They're not going to be live at every drive-in in America. No. Because this is one night only. Every drive-in, they're sending a tape. Oh. Now you're saying, all right, well, I mean, it's a night out. It costs $115 per car, 6-person maximum.
Wait, they're selling cars for $115 so you can see this? That sounds
it's
actually
BYOC.
reasonable.
You got to bring your own car.
Okay.
But to enter, you need a car.
I guess they're just figuring that they should charge as much as they would if this was an actual concert. Because you think like 2 tickets to a Metallica concert would be about that much, right?
Sure.
They would be double. 1 ticket would be
okay, so then I guess if you're maybe if you're going to lots of Metallica concerts, you look at this as a bargain.
If you're like a deadhead of Metallica,
yeah.
like you go around the country.
I mean, who else would really go to this?
But you're really going to just see a movie. It's not going to be the actual band.
Yeah.
Right. And that's kind of my feeling on it. Like Metallica, every week they have been posting a full live set from their archives. Some of them are recent. Some of them are from the 80s. Some of them are from the 90s. Some of them are from the 2000s.
Cover all the decades, Rob.
None from the 70s. But actually, if you go to this website, metalinjection.net, we have them all. Also their YouTube page. But, we get some ad revenue if you go to our website. But anyway, so you have all of this Metallica concert footage for free. They released a movie with like Blu-ray level audio and HD video. Like this video is not going to be better than the concert footage in their movie. They're putting out S&M 2, which is another concert film. So it's like like you said, like who would go to this? I don't get it. I love Metallica. I want them to do well.
It's
I'm
just
rooting
like
for those
people
underdogs.
desperate for a night out.
Yeah, it gives you something to do.
Just like we talked about in our COVID concert series, like who would go to see Dokken? But it's just people in that area that just want to see anything.
Right. And I mean, look, this is a much safer experience. And I've definitely considered doing a drive. I've never gone to a drive-in movie theater.
Oh, really? I remember I saw the movie Stakeout with Emilio Estevez for some reason in a drive-in in Long Island. And
interesting.
It was a terrible movie, but it's a fun.
It was him and Richard Dreyfuss, right?
It was just very alien. I didn't hear you. What'd you say, Sid?
It was Emilio Estevez and Richard Dreyfuss, right?
Yes, and I think Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah,
I think that's right.
Wasn't that another Stakeout? That was the sequel.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, so who was the first Stakeout?
Let me look it up. Go ahead. But
yeah, no, it was very odd. Like I felt sort of participating in a bygone culture, and this was the 80s already, but it felt like, hey, we're doing something quaint that's like a throwback,
Madeline Stowe was the first Stakeout.
Okay.
Late 80s, early 90s heartthrob, Madeline Stowe.
Yeah,
I
she was
think
very
married
attractive.
Brian Benben.
Really?
I believe so, from HBO's Dream On.
Dream On fame, yeah. Brian Benben.
Yeah.
I used to play cards with this guy named Brian, and there was a guy who would walk in, see that guy Brian, and go, "Hey, Brian Benben, how you doing?"
Oh my God!
Every time, walk in, "Hey, Brian Benben." I don't know
It's so
why.
specific. You were probably the only one who got the reference. Like,
Yes.
did Brian even have any idea who Brian Benben was?
Well, the guy kept saying it, so he asked me, what the fuck does that mean? And I explained who Brian Benben was. But if you want to know why he's saying that, other than you're both named Brian, I have no... Why he chose that Brian, not Brian Bosworth, just that Brian.
Dennehy?
That no one's heard of in like 100 years.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, so I don't like. I mean, I guess if you and your significant other or your friends, but the other thing with the drive-in is like the driver can't get drunk, can't get blasted. One of you's like, got to be sober.
But
And what's life anyway without impairing your
Go to a metal show sober? Who does that? But also,
wait, but you can have sex in the car.
well,
How about that?
you
Can
can have
you?
sex
can-
at home.
You can have sex in your car parked in your driveway too.
Yeah.
Why do you gotta
Yeah, why
pay
do you have
$110
to-
fucking dollars?
Yeah, put
They
a
don't know.
Metallica CD on.
You probably do
No.
hand stuff at the drive-in. I don't know if you're going to do full-on sex. Like,
Yeah, you'd have to like lower some seats.
Yeah.
Not with that attitude, Sid. Hand stuff.
yeah,
That's just the first thing I thought of was Grease with the fucking.
yeah. Well,
We
that's how
go
it starts.
together like.
Little hand jive.
But so like, look,
hand
it's a
stuff.
2-hour. It's a 2-hour concert. Who wants to sit in their car for 2 hours? You know,
Yeah.
like it's not comfortable to sit in your car.
Especially the Alta Chachas that are going to go to a Metallica show too. 55-year-old average fan base.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about this one, Metallica.
You're not going to go, Rob?
I'm not gonna go.
Are they comping you? Could you get free?
I don't think so because it's not like it's the movie theater that would lose out.
They can go. They can go.
They
get
would have
their
to comp me.
They can get their joint pain meds and then pick them up and drive by the drive-in theater and get some Johnny Rockets.
Or you can just park on the curb of the drive-in theater and watch the movie from the outside for free.
You don't have safeguards for that?
I just walked by. There was a drive-in movie in Greenpoint, and I walked Bruno by it, and I just stood there and watched. Well, all
I
the
didn't
other
know
stuff
they-
was inside. Paid for
I'm
it.
sorry. I didn't know they had drive-in theaters in the 5 boroughs. That's interesting.
I
It's a
think it
new
was like
thing.
a special thing for like independent films.
Oh, okay.
What movie was playing?
Something about teaching kids about recycling and stuff like that. So
Boring.
I didn't have to stand there for long.
All right, we found a drive-in movie less likely to be attended than the Metallica one. Let's go to the drive-in and sit in our car for 2 hours to see kids learn about recycling. What?
Yeah, I think we discovered why they didn't have built-in safeguards to not let pedestrians watch this movie.
Like, please, walk in, drive in, scooter in, whatever it takes, bike in, city bike.
Geritol in.
Also, now, do you have to turn your car off because it's hot out?
No, you have to have your car running because the audio plays through your speakers.
Oh,
Oh.
So
My God!
if you
So
can
what-
idle your car, I guess that's how you're supposed to. I don't know in the old days. I don't know how. Maybe they do it via streaming now. I have no idea. But you're supposed to. We used to be an AM radio station that the drive-in theater had access to. They had a mini radio station that they could broadcast from.
right,
They would only
like a
receive
low range.
reception.
Yeah.
And you would play it through your speakers, and you'd have to run your car, and you'd hear the movie that way.
So that seems like disgusting. Then, if there's hundreds of cars just idling,
I can't imagine they still do it that way because the audio would be so shitty. And if Metallica is like promoting how great like the mastering and blah 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 on this is, there's got to be something better than streaming it over your car radio or even
Well-
streaming it from a device in your car.
I would assume that if they had some updated version like streaming it, where they could directly stream it to you, like it would sound good through your speakers, wouldn't it? At least it wouldn't be AM radio.
It would be better than AM radio, but it still wouldn't be worth paying over $100 to go to a drive-through for this
Right.
high fidelity audio product and then just listening to it like you would like Sirius or whatever. Like,
I guess since they're in the open
gotta-
air, they can't blast IMAX speakers out into the world, because there's people
Yeah,
living there and stuff.
yeah, that seems like a no-go for me. I'm going to
I just-
cancel my purchase.
I just want to hear this recycling movie. Can we do a watch along on this recycling movie? Patreon next month.
Okay, I'll get the name of it.
I want to see that and a double feature. Be cool about fire safety. Remember that one? It used to
I
be
don't.
the commercial. You don't remember the fire set? Used to run like 47 times an hour.
I remember Smokey the Bear.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember him.
sure.
And
the
I'm not a
Indian
chicken,
guy.
you're
Oh,
a turkey.
sorry. Native American guy that had the single tear
Yes.
coming down because
Yes.
people were throwing garbage in the park.
Yeah, no littering.
But that guy was an Italian, by the way. Fraud.
Was he really?
Yeah, he was
Oh
not
my
a
God.
Native American. Fake news.
Can't
Rob, you
trust
okay?
anybody.
Yeah, I'm trying to read like the drive-in rules to see if they mention if okay, so here we go. Yes. So it sounds like you do have to turn your car off because it says prepare before you attend. To limit car battery usage, bring a battery operated FM radio to listen to the concert. That tells me
Who has that?
well, first of all, limit battery usage means they tell you to turn off your gas, and then the only option would be to use your car battery to play your radio. So they're saying, limit that because obviously your car battery only has so many minutes of usage before it dies. So you're gonna drive and bring your own FM radio and then listen to this concert.
And bring your own generator
like a tiny
and plug an air
Walkman?
conditioner into it.
Yeah.
This is absurd. I'm out.
Oh,
I'm out.
yeah. Unless it's the recycling movie, then I'll reluctantly
What?
deal with it. By the way, I found
walk
it.
over.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I'm gonna walk over there and take one of the posters to get the name of it.
Just
Did you
record it.
recycle it already?